What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the 30% podcast episode 180. Why did you do that? Episode 184. My name is Sam. As always, I am joined graciously by my co-host today, Afam, Fena. I was thinking of stealing your intro this week.
AKA a fine African man. Thank you. This has to stick, guys. A fine African man, but you were saying?
I was saying, before you rudely interrupted me to big up yourself. What are we doing? I mean, second video episode. So some people might be new. I guess we could do a little bit of what we do and why we do it.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So, Sam, who are you and what do you do and why do you do it?
Oh my! No, this is a platform that we started. Me and the bro started to.
You and the bro.
me and the boy started to talk about the Kenyan music industry. To highlight it, we were having conversations with ourselves, listening to music behind closed doors. And we just thought some of these conversations could be brought to light. So that's why we're doing it. We're having conversations about things that happen, the good, the bad, the ugly. And our thing is that we've been saying recently is with the aim to get Kenyan artists
paid more and played more.
So corny.
And I mean, as our name kind of signifies, we got the name from the stat that 30% of the music that's played on the radio, but this was as of 2023, was Kenyan. And if you look at other markets, you look at West Africa, like Nigeria, South Africa, they have way higher percentages of their own music being played on the radio.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad that only 30% of Kenyan music on the radio or music on the Kenyan radio is Kenyan. So we want to see that go significantly higher. And that's the ethos behind our name, isn't
that's
it,
the
Sam?
lore. Okay, all right, man. I know what we're doing today. But that's the law. That's why we're doing this. Just talking about some of the things. We talk about some of the fun things, a little bit of drama, and
a little bit of tea.
A little bit of tea behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, and at the scenes.
And at the scenes and behind the scenes. When we do interviews specifically, we like to talk about to artists. We like to talk to music professionals, music executives. Like last week, as you guys saw, we talked to MDQ. We kind of want to use this platform as an opportunity for us to learn because we are also learning together with you guys. And we love talking to people who have expertise, whether it's in distribution or publishing or setting up events.
Yep.
We want to bring that information more to the forefront just because we feel like sometimes it feels very like
people
mysterious.
Don't usually talk about people don't. It's like, and that's the problem with the industry is that when a lot of things are mysterious, artists don't really know what to navigate and where to go in order to get themselves the platform that they need to be successful in music. So talking about some of these things sort of sheds a light on a lot of the hidden manenos behind closed doors. So
Exactamundo.
That's what we're doing here. What's going on?
Well, okay. Let me go first. So I mean, nothing much is going on. I was out and about last week.
Yeah,
I was out and about. I went for Hilda Watiri had a KO Kenyan Originals event. So shout out to Hilda, shout out to Okoyo, and shout out to, I believe they're called the Eternals.
Get it right.
Eternals? Modest Chabari and Tugi. What's their like?
They have a thing. I didn't even know they have a thing.
I might have messed this up. I'm so sorry, crazy. Modest, if you're watching. But like, shout out to both of you guys. You guys were amazing. Modest on the keys and Tugi on the bass. I'm so jealous of people who can play bass. That's, like when I learn how to play an instrument, bass is the first thing I'm going to learn. 100%.
Really?
100%.
Interesting.
That's exactly what I want to learn. But anyway, so I was in the spot with Abigail Diana from Ongaza Volume. Shout out to Abby. She's been on the podcast as well. So we were there and it was nice. I think she went on like I want to say it was like 9. No, it was at 8. It was 8. And it ran till up around 10.
Yeah, that's where when you called me to come for the show, I was just getting home.
Yeah. No, but to your defense,
Yeah.
I called you very late.
I was
for that,
I was out the whole day, but then I thought about turning around and because I want to attend, especially in Beer District, because a lot of artists are just like going through there, and it's a good place just to see what's happening. We've had,
especially more like upcoming.
Yeah. Some of the
exactly.
Whatever that means. Some of the upcoming artists, So I wanted to come, but then I just gotten home and it was a whole long day. I was like, you know what? You hold it down for the 30% pod. What did then call us the 30%ers?
The 30%ers.
I don't know.
And hold it down, I did.
Yeah. How's the show?
It was cool. I want to say she performed a lot of her catalog, and I want to say I think she's really, really still in her artist development stage, or phase of her career. So there's a lot of like fine tuning, I think, that they still need to do. But I think she's on the right like trajectory as far as, I'm now getting into being an artist, releasing projects and performing. And she was even saying she hasn't performed like too much. So you could see that. But I could see there were like some nerves and stuff. But then like as the show progressed, she actually she got more into it.
Yeah.
There was a moment when she went and danced on or with some guy in the crowd.
Was he a planted?
I don't think he was. Maybe he was a plant. You know what? Maybe he was a plant.
Was he a plant? Because they'll be doing that sometimes. Yeah.
Maybe he was a plant this whole time. I thought it was organic. Now I'm sure it was organic.
Yeah.
And so at that point I was like, she's loosening up and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. And then I think Kahuti came on stage and they performed together. We Are Nubia came as well, and they performed the song from Watiri's Trouble, and that was nice. It was nice to see. Like, We Are Nubia are on a run for sure. And then after that, we went to BND. We went and saw Okello Max. He had a show going on, completely different vibe. BND is, you know how BND is. It was a lot of women. Like that's his like primary.
I mean, it
like,
would be
audience.
Awkward if you go to that show and it's just full of guys, though.
And it's just full of guys. Yeah.
That would be strange. Like, why is your audience just guys?
So yeah.
Kind of music are you making?
But I would say it was a different experience in that Okello Max is very comfortable in himself as a performer.
Yeah, he's probably a more seasoned.
But he's just done way more.
More seasoned as a performer.
So yeah, I'm not even comparing the two. I mean that's just how the dichotomy of my night.
Dichotomy of my night.
I don't even think I've used that word. I don't think I've used that word.
I used it right.
No, I don't.
In terms of like, I was just thinking in terms of artist development.
Yeah.
How do you think you can tell? Like when an artist has gone, first off, artist development probably never ever stops. Like there's still always something you have to do to add to your artistry to make it better.
Do you think Beyonce has artist development?
For sure. I'm pretty sure that when she does because well, if we're talking about Beyonce specifically, she does, she usually takes videos and does a whole production of her shows.
Okay, but is that really artist development?
No, I'm just saying. And I'm pretty sure as she's watching that back, she's still like, ooh, maybe I need to do
There's things I need to improve.
Yeah, because you always improve. And people like that, at that level, they still hire people to help them with like their dancing. They hire people to help them with their vocal performances at the shows and while they're singing and dancing at the same time. So artist development never really stops. But then there's a place where you can notice that, all right, this artist is a little bit more established in who they want.
I feel like artist development, it morphs into artist fine-tuning. At that point, it's like artist
refining.
Yeah, artist refinement or something like that. Because like at that point, yes, okay. If we're being literal, I guess learning never stops, and so yes, development never stops.
But you're saying that at some point, like it's past the artist development. You're not really working on the. So do you think artist development is just for the basics, getting the basics right, and then from then on now you're refining those basics to fit you as an artist. And okay,
Yeah,
that would make sense.
yeah. Because like I feel like as an artist, you first need to learn the ropes, right? You need to like figure out what everything is and where everything needs to be. Then once you have all the rules in place, then you can figure out how to be more of yourself, how to break some of those rules, how to bend some of those rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But first of all, you have to understand the rubric of the music industry. You know, this is how much you need to pay your booking agent or your manager, or this is how much you need to, you know, like
This is how contracts work. This is
yeah,
what.
but like how much you need to give for your distribution. And then when it comes to performances, this is what I need to do, like to get the crowd engaged. And this is what, and then now once you've done multiple times, you can now sort of like carve your own like pathway into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now create the world that you want to live in, and also enable, like create a world for not just you as an artist, but then also creating a world for your fans and having them participate in sort of the story that you're building as
For real.
as an artist. But
How about you, man? How was your week?
Dang, I feel like I did something, but I don't know what I did. What did I do this past week? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I was at home. I mean, there was a holiday.
Did you make any music?
Yeah. So I've been working on some lo-fi stuff. I've been working on a lot of different things really. But then at this stage, I think I'm trying my best to fine-tune the songs that I have on my drive, because that drive is full of joints. So I'm just going back one by one and saying, okay, this idea is cool. What can I take from it and make a new song out of it? Or can I finish it, refine it? Or sometimes it's like, hey, listen, I'm going to finish this. I know it's not going to do anything. I'm never going to send it out. No one is going to ever hear it except me. It's going to go platinum in my phone.
Fun.
And so that's what I've been doing. And then just like, I'm trying to work on a different subgenre of lo-fi music. I've been making more instrumental, but then lo-fi, but then now I'm going into like more hip hop, not like jazzy hip hop, the regular jazzy hip hop, but just like regular hip hop, with different ideas. And I've been playing guitar on it, because I'm trying to.
Oh wait, you can play guitar. Wait, since where? This is news to me. I didn't know you could play guitar.
But not very well though. I'm still chicken picking. I'm still going with the one string.
Chicken picking. Never say that ever again. Chicken picking.
I'm still going. I don't know. I feel that's right. I feel like that's right. I'm still like going over with the one string and doing more solos than actual chords.
Yeah.
As I learn the chords, because I know like five chords for the one progression that I know. But yeah, so that's really what I've been doing, and then like editing, doing a whole bunch of editing, and other stuff. Not really fun thing. I'm trying to plan more music sessions with artists. I have so many cool ideas, but yeah, I need to make them work. But that's what's been happening, man. That's what's been happening. Just a relaxed life.
Did you say relaxed? A relaxed life.
Yeah.
All right. So what happened in the industry this week?
Industry this week.
I think we should start with like the major thing that happened, because like because that it seems like the stuff that's happening with Fathermoh is like the.
So major. It's big news too. It's big news.
It's very convoluted.
Yeah, especially because we had talked not the last episode, the episode before the last one. We had talked. Was it?
No.
One of the.
It's like in the past.
In the past recent episodes, we talked about just the whole saga with Black Market Records and them going to the president.
Black Market saga.
Yeah, the Black Market saga. And they had gone to the president, you know, to they had talked to the government, at least to help them with some of these issues. So recently, news came out that both Fathermoh and Harry Craze, if I'm not wrong, actually like brought out a lawsuit against Black Market Records. They're suing Black Market Records for 87 big bucks, big Kenyan millions. And some of the accusations, well, the main accusation is that Black Market Records basically used Fathermoh in the sense that they signed him contract, according to Fathermoh, the contract was a little bit shady. Okay, the contract was a little bit shady, so they signed him, and then they are making from his music, and he's not getting any of that. Now he decided he got to a point where he realized, okay, wait, something's kind of crazy, something is weird here, and we are I'm not able to earn from my music. What's going on? And so he then tries to correct that, but then he realizes that he's getting copyright striked. So his own music is getting copyright striked on YouTube and whatnot, and so that's affecting his progress. He's reduced. They said that I think his followership dropped by half or something like that, and so he's not able to make money from his music.
That's actually the part of the whole situation that's very intriguing to me. That ever since this thing started, like his viewership, like not viewership, like subscribers
count has dropped
by
monthly
half.
listeners have dropped.
But how?
Yeah, that would be.
It sounds like very, very coordinated in that sense.
Coordinated, so it will be coordinated by who? By
this Cedric Singleton guy. No, but there has to be something like weird happening.
Yeah.
Because listen, even if you have a disagreement with someone, music industry wise, and does that mean that how are they pushing the numbers so that it's like such a like? What I'm trying to say is, it's weird to me that you can just turn off the machine and say, now we are going to reduce your followership by half. How?
Because then are those followers real? Like, is it just...
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, that makes no sense to me.
Is that all bots? Probably. I mean, it could be possibly.
Because realistically, if everything is organic, it should taper off.
Yeah. Yeah,
it should be like,
but then half by in a month.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
That's kind of crazy.
That means that black market are doing something kind of like crazy.
It's the black market for real. It's the black market for real.
No, but that's weird though.
Yeah,
it's weird. That's weird to me. Anyway, that's not even the main thing about this whole situation that's weird. But that stood out to me as like, I don't really understand how your numbers on YouTube or on streaming platforms can just like decline at the switch of a button. It doesn't. That's kind of iffy.
Yeah,
that's iffy.
Yeah, and then we had also talked about how he tried to circumvent this by starting his own YouTube channel, which is how he realized that he doesn't own his own music. That he tried to start a YouTube channel. A separate YouTube channel, and then uploaded his own music that he knows he's on. He produced that music, right? He knows he's on, and then he's getting copyright striked. So, yeah, that's. I mean, again, we had spoken about it, but then it's more of the pitfalls of signing to a label that doesn't seem to want to do the right thing by artists. I don't know if it's a very moral argument, I guess. And some people think when it comes to business, some people throw morality out the window. And it's like, listen, they were going to make money the way we want to make. And then, but the problem is that artists have continued to suffer because of it, for no reason. And someone like, Fathermoh, who's had hits like since when
2021.
Yeah, he's been releasing like really big songs that are still part of the scene, part of like what's playing outside currently. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah,
so the things that I'm reading here is, one, that 87 million isn't arbitrary. I think it's supposed to be what he hasn't been paid in terms of royalties.
Yeah.
Like publishing and even the stuff that he's done, like from YouTube. I think even like part of his shows.
Yeah,
maybe.
Perhaps. I think they also say that it's partly because throughout this whole time, apparently, so you sign to a label, they give you money, and then you produce money, and then they recoup back, and then everyone earns. But then apparently he's been doing all the production for himself. And so part of that 87 million is the videos that he's shot, the music production that he's paid artists, recording studio sessions, mixing, mastering, if they've been paying for that. So yeah, that's part of it. I mean, 87 million seems like a lot, but maybe they've done their calculations.
No, they have to have, because that 87.6, like, it also stuck out to me as such a random number.
0.6.
So, yeah,
what's the 0.6 for?
So it had to have been something that was accounted for. Like, they figured out this is exactly how much is owed to me from this whole duration? Because they say he released about 63 tracks.
Yeah,
in that
yeah,
duration.
yeah, which is big. And I'm guessing with that, there's also like you throw a bit of like inconvenience. You've inconvenienced me as a human being.
So it looks like what
another
happened
7 on top.
was, yeah. So it looks like what happened was this Cedric guy says you guys are trying to get out of the contract, and by failing to adhere to the terms of this agreement, I'm suing you guys for $1 million. And now these guys are doing like what seems to me. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm a music producer. I'm
You start getting deep into the business.
I'm not a legal
man.
guy.
Yeah,
I'm not a
the
legal
legals
guy.
is crazy.
But it seems to me like this is like a counter suit kind of thing where they're like, no, but you guys have been doing some really like shady things. So I'm reading here. So it says documents filed before the tribunal established that Black Market Records LLC has carried the classification suspended FTB/SOS. And this company, by the way, is a company that was registered in California.
Yeah.
So not in Kenya. And so what FTB/SOS means is the FTB designation means suspension by the Franchise Tax Board, typically for failure to file tax returns or pay taxes. The SOS designation means suspension by the Secretary of State. A company carrying both designations is under California law stripped of its powers, rights, and privileges, and it cannot enter binding contracts.
Which it did.
Exactly. So it cannot initiate or maintain lawsuits, and it cannot hold or enforce intellectual property rights. So essentially, the legal counsel that Fathermoh and Harry Craze and these guys have gotten, I think they're trying to throw away this whole $1 million lawsuit because initially, all my law stuff I know is from Suits. But you know
that can't be a source. That can't be. The amount of inaccuracies, all that stuff is drama. It's not really
and
a law.
them just saying, God damn it. Where's my goddamn lawyer?
Exactly.
Anyway,
yeah.
No. But I think they're trying to say that since this whole thing was built off of like a sham, like this whole thing was
Shamra.
Yeah, this whole thing needs to be thrown out essentially. And like anything that these guys signed, which is unfortunate that they signed it in the first place, is it doesn't count.
Yeah,
because initially the Black Market Records company was already not.
They didn't have that. Yeah, you're not able to sign artists. You're not able. Which I mean, that makes sense. That's an angle now. Again,
that's a great angle.
We are not
that's
lawyers.
A great legal angle. It sounds like that to me without my legal.
It sounds like that. Yeah, but then it's crazy though because then what's happening is again like we've said a number of times is artists who are desperate to sign record, and that needs to stop, obviously. But then artists who are desperate to sign deals now are getting exploited by not just labels that are not profitable and don't know what they're doing in terms of like actually making an artist successful, but then labels who are currently like in the West, like they're not supposed to be operating. But then that's the point where you need to really, 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 really do your due diligence and make sure that everything is okay in terms of who you're working with, even if it's just a manager, honestly. And that might seem like it's a bit too harsh because sometimes people sign their friends as managers and whatnot. But then you really have to do your due diligence because you don't know what anyone is. What the point? Now, what if the court comes up to them and say, "Hey, but you guys signed the contract and whatever," and that becomes a thing where and I don't think it will be, but then it becomes a thing where you're almost liable to it because you at least went along with it for some period of time. You just have to be careful. You just have to be really careful. Then like do your Googles, do your Chat GPTs, your Geminis.
You heard it here first.
Claudes.
Do your Googles and your Chat GPTs.
Yeah.
That's Sam Ariel.
Hey yo,
D Jedediah giving you legal counsel.
No,
right
that's
here
okay. Whoa. We should have done this in the beginning. This is opinions. I am not a lawyer. I am only a producer. I make music. I'm learning how it works in terms of the legal system. Speaking of legal system, then that means are they being because I saw that they're also being tried. They're also, so the case is being done over there, not here. So are they using American law, copyright law?
I
Or are
think
they
they're using American copyright law.
Yeah,
But it
Yeah.
gets very convoluted at that
that's
point.
complicated. That's where that's my stop, Shukisha.
That's where we also say
That's my stop, man. I'm cool. I don't know what's going on. I need to do more research on that and talk
But
to actual lawyers.
the interesting thing also is, so Black Market Records also have a presence in other East African countries. So it says here that they've had a situation similar to this in Uganda.
Yeah. Usually, if you're a criminal everywhere, right? Allegedly.
Allegedly, by the way.
Allegedly.
So apparently, Harry Krese's filings before the Copyright Tribunal cite a landmark judgment from Uganda dated April the 1st of 2025 in Kigundu, in Kigundu, alias Bruno K versus Black Market Records Entertainment, the Uganda High Court, ruled against the label on similar facts, void agreements, unlawful exploitation of artistic revenue, and copyright plunder, and the court ordered the label to pay 130 million Ugandan shillings in damages. Now, the thing is, I don't know if these damages were paid, and so the article I'm reading from doesn't really mention if they were able to sort that out. But the question that I have is, I find it interesting that some random dude, Mr. Cedric, which by then they said this company has been in existence since 1989.
Yeah, and it signed like it was part of like hip hop back then, I guess. Like, was it West Coast hip hop? I think like they were doing, and then he pivoted. I think he pivoted into doing a whole bunch of like social media and marketing and all that stuff. And then from then,
so why come to East Africa? Why come to East Africa to run this scam? Is it just assuming that people don't know any better and there's a lack of information, and so I'm just going to take advantage? Or in a weird, and I've used this word so many times, convoluted way, does this mean like they see like real value in our music that we are not seeing? And bro was like,
monetize
I'm going to just come and take advantage of these guys.
It's my. I think it could be both of them. It could be both of them. Of course, the first one is a bit sad, and that definitely happens. Historically, Africa has been known to be exploited.
Historically, yeah.
Yes, and I think in music that's the same thing. So it could be a situation where you see a bunch of artists that are really hungry and they're getting a little bit of buzz, and you're like, all right, hey, listen, and now again, that's just ruhumbaya, right? That's just a black heart. Like, you're like, hey, listen, we know that we
records heart.
Yeah, we know that we are not in the best place to do this for whatever reason. Legally, we are not allowed to, the whole tax thing that we're talking about. But these guys don't know that. Right.
And also,
they have no clue.
Also, like, Africa in general is kind of like the Wild West. I feel like people kind of feel like they can just get away with anything.
Yeah.
But it's true though.
Yeah.
People do the most like craziest,
just the
legal
shadiest
things.
Exactly. And like, and with impunity too. They just do it like, oh, we're never going to get caught. It's not there's no fear in terms of the legalities and the rules and the laws when it comes to treating people here and with artists and stuff.
It's just taking advantage of people.
Yeah, there'll be so many examples of artists who have probably been treated like this. But yeah, that's the situation, man. It's of course it's a developing story. We'll be following it to see how it goes on.
Prayers to everyone involved.
Prayers to everyone involved, man. It's just really, as artists, it doesn't matter who you're working with. Like, it's just really important to know sort of what's going on, and just even it might not even be for legal purposes, but then like you hear artists who like are working with people, and then after a while scandals come out later, and then now their image is tarnished also. And then, you know, that's very hard to scrub off once, especially when it comes to like making money, corporates and all that, where the money comes from. So it's just really important to check your check the history and the current history and the currents of the people you're working with, and just make sure that that's straight before you go, man. Don't be desperate. I know people really want to release music.
No, but you see,
don't be.
It's hard to say don't be desperate, because it's actually a very touchy subject, in the sense that a lot of desperation comes from people's financial standing.
Yeah.
And that becomes a real economics and political conversation as to how people get to that point where they'll sign anything. And so it's hard to just be don't be desperate, because some people are even if I know you're fucking me over 80%, that 20%
is
enough
I need
for
the
me
20%.
to do something. And so that's where it becomes very, very sad.
Yeah, but doesn't that hurt you in the long run? Because then, I mean, it eases the pain currently, but then it doesn't get rid of
if you have nothing,
the situation,
you're going to sign it. So
I guess so.
You know what I mean? So
it's just sad when you see it happen.
It all goes back to the people who are in these positions of power not using that and just taking advantage of people.
Yeah.
So you have to rely on these people having great sense of humanity and empathy, which is never going to happen.
It would be curbed by artists doing a little bit more in terms of their diligence, though. So
Facts.
as much as you might say it's the people who have the power who are taking advantage. Also, if you're an artist, just try your best. Let's put it that way. Try your best to ensure that.
But it's tough
you're
though,
getting into good business.
As an artist, man, bro, okay, always know your shit. Know everything about your music. But it's so hard as being an artist in this era, because you have to know everything.
And there's a lot to know.
And there's too much to know. You have to know how to market your own music.
Yeah.
You have to know how to figure out how to distribute your own music.
You have to figure out the legals and
you
all of that.
also have to make the music that's compelling. It's tiring. I get why a lot of artists get so burnt out. Because there's only so much one person can know.
That's true.
Then also, if you're okay, fine, I'll just hire a bunch of people. That takes a lot of money. And how many people are realistically in the position where they can have a team of people who are specialized in these specific things to help?
Especially when you're starting out, you don't really have the resources to gather a team. That's why guys have their friends as their managers.
It's tough. And some people just want to make music.
Fortunately.
But
anyway.
speaking of the music industry taking advantage of us,
where is this going? Okay.
No. But so UMG, they kind of announced a major thing. But we've been talking about this, the whole concept of walled gardens, and the walled garden in this case is Spotify. And the whole concept is having a place where people can create all the AI derivatives of music that they want, but not be able to download it.
It doesn't leave that specific platform. It's
and so it looks like they're really pushing it heavy now. Lucian Grange had a whole interview, and they essentially said especially for UMG artists. I don't know if that does that even include King Kaka? Maybe, I don't know. But it's all opt-in though for the artist. If you opt in, you will be able to have your music used by a bunch of users, or just people who listen to music
English
on Spotify. Will be able to use AI to jazz it up. They'll make your music, make your song into a Jamaican song, make this. And then the idea is everybody is supposed to be able to monetize what comes out of that.
So everyone involved gets a little bit of a cut.
Exactly, which is ultimately that's the only reason why they would even sign something like this. How do you feel about it? Do you think this is do you ever go on Spotify and be you know what, I want to make this song, I want to make
a cover. I want my own version of this song to be able to listen to.
You know those AI songs that kind of
Don't say they're catchy. You're about to say they're kind of catchy.
AI songs.
Here we go.
But you know the football ones Saliba.
No. What's the upcoming the French
one for the French World Cup team?
That joint is fire. I'm not even
slaps.
going to lie. That joint is amazing. That might be the best one that has been released. Yeah, so that's fire.
So now if you're trying to make your, and then I seen a bunch of people who will make like, oh yeah, make Britney Spears into a System of a Down song or something like that. That stuff it's kind of compelling. It's kind of compelling. I'm not gonna lie. I hate AI, but it's kind of compelling.
So does that mean that the covers are we going to be able to use the artists? So of course the artists are probably going to have to opt into this.
Yes.
You can't. It's not going to be like a blanket thing for everyone who's releasing music.
And the question I have is, for the derivatives, like the music that it's being derived from, do those people also get
how far back? It's like sampling.
Compensated.
Yeah, it's like sampling, right? When you sample a song.
If I say make this Karun song sound like a System of a Down song, does System of a Down require any royalties?
I guess so. But then now, how would you go and retroactively opt them into? How is this going to work? I'm actually just realizing, like, how is this going to work? And for situations that you like, if I'm producing, right, and I do a cover of a song that's been produced, and the songwriters of that previous song, like, are they going to get compensated?
Apparently.
So it's basically like sampling where everyone that's involved, but that's complicated.
It is complicated.
That's complicated, and it's on the platforms to make it simple because then everyone just wants the users to go up there and type what they want to do and
but
perform.
How about the
and
user
get it down?
though? That's my question. I think the user is supposed to also get compensated, because like if I make something that's super viral, I'm the one who made it as well, right? So I would think that I would also deserve some compensation. But here's what they say. The feature, which was announced on the 21st of May, will be introduced as a paid add-on for Spotify Premium. So you have to pay extra for this.
Here we go. Here Spotify goes. They're always going to do this.
So paid add-on for Spotify Premium subscribers, and is intended to create an additional source of income for artists and songwriters alongside existing royalty payments. While the tool itself will be available only to paying subscribers, all Spotify users will be able to listen to tracks created through the feature. What? All Spotify users will be able to listen. So even if you don't pay for Spotify Premium, you'll be able... So...
It's some complicated math. It's complicated math.
It's quite complicated.
It's complicated.
But this is the future of music, I guess.
It would be so... The walled garden is such a...
But you know where it all stems from? It all stems from the whole ethos that people are trying to be more connected to music nowadays.
It's like, music is becoming social media.
Yeah, but what it is that we live in a time when users want to feel like creators as well. You know how like with AI, people make stuff and they feel, oh yeah, I made that. You know what I mean? We live in a time where people want to feel like they're also part of the process. They're also creatives.
I mean, I hate to break it to you, but you're not. Right.
Well, some people will argue that they are.
That they are now, right? It's going to create a platform where every other song is some AI. It has AI in it. We're already struggling with the influx of AI already, and people having to take down hundreds of thousands of songs per day because of the oversaturation of just mid music. And then now, when it's been legally championed, where you can just create everything you want to create, and artistically championed as well. I mean, do you want a Spotify that's 70-80% AI? You have to now fish for proper music. I don't want. That's not the world.
Human music.
That's not the world I think I want to live in. But it's the world that we're heading towards. So
it is what it is, guys. It's happening, whether you like it or not.
It's happening. Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, it's happening.
Unfortunately,
I think that's also one of the annoying things about AI is that it's developing at a massive rate, and it's seemingly the future, whether you like it or not. That's what I don't like about it. I wish I had a say in whether it was like going to be a thing. You know what I mean?
Wish I had a say,
but I don't. Unfortunately,
you really don't. You really don't. They're going to find ways to bring AI to you. Like, technology will be forced upon us whether you like it or not. Yeah, it'll be forced upon us whether you like it or not. They're going to create they are going to fine tune it in a way that it's going to matter to you specifically. They've done that with televisions. They've done that with telecommunication devices, phones, and all of that stuff. They did it with the internet. They're going to make a way to bring AI music creation to our front door, and we're going to have to open up and let them in and serve them tea. But yeah, it sucks.
I was gonna say something, something along the lines of "I don't serve tea in my household" or something. I don't know, but you know what? Moving on to next.
Let's keep it pushing.
Yeah, let's keep pushing. I don't know. Was there anything else in the
music
news?
world? No, I mean locally there was the show that happened. The Millennial. What do you call it? Millennial nostalgia
bonanza.
overdose.
When's the last time you had anyone use the word bonanza? Extravaganza.
Millennial bonanza. Yeah, millennial nostalgia overdose is what it probably was, man. At Carnivore.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was at Carnivore.
I think it was a Carnivore.
Even better, because that's the peak
spot.
Nostalgia
Exactly. That's the spot for it. But yeah.
So we have to ask the question: are Camp Mulla coming back? Is Camp Mulla making the great comeback?
Hey, yo, I don't think they are, man.
Huh?
I don't think they are. I think it's all for that. And not in a bad way. I just think those guys are doing different things. Anyway, I don't know. I don't think they're coming back.
But it's not that
there's a lot of artists who are up there that's still trying to release music, though. Maybe not Camp Mulla, but
Kolo released. Yeah. I mean, he released a project last year.
Yeah.
Machax hasn't released in a while, but he was up there performing as well. Eric Wainaina, legendary figure in the Kenyan music industry. Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't go because I believe it clashed with the Champions League final. And there's no way I'm missing.
Priorities, right?
Man,
Priorities.
I'm sorry.
And was that?
I mean, listen,
I really thought we were going to get to this through this episode without having to trigger.
No, I went through so many
strings.
emotions, guys. As you guys know, I'm a staunch Arsenal fan.
The staunchest.
It was just a very painful weekend.
Were you watching did you watch the match alone? Or you by yourself?
No way I was going to watch the match outside. Because then that opens you up. First of all, you're wearing your jersey, and then you're watching the match outside. It opens you up to so much BS.
Let me tell you, I watched that match with. It was a neutral. One was a neutral. But she was flip-flopping. Oh, at this point, Arsenal is going to win. Oh, now I think PSG is going to win. Okay, now you know what I think Arsenal is going to win. And then two absolute haters
of Arsenal.
I'm talking the haterest of haters. I'm talking when even a small when at some point PSG started shooting a bunch, right? So when they shoot and it goes above the bar, it you jump and and I'm like, yo, just why are you hating? Sit down.
All I'm going to say is what I have learned from this weekend is that hate unites way more than love. Trust me, hate is the great unifier.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all need to check your hearts and
your hearts because Arsenal lost.
Yes.
Now you're challenging people to check their hearts.
Check your hearts.
Take your L and keep it pushing, man. Well, take our L. I'm also there, man.
We have kept pushing, bro. There were people. These guys had a whole march because Arsenal
with the rivals.
No. They had a whole they had a whole parade at it to celebrate the fact that Arsenal didn't win.
That's what I'm saying. The rivals had a parade.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Here in Nairobi.
That's sad.
I know. How sad is that?
Go do something else. Go make some money.
Anyway,
go do something.
This isn't the football podcast, but you'll check your hearts, man. Check your hearts. Me, I have a clean heart. Me, I want this support. I come from a place of love. Y'all are haters.
Nah, you be hate watching too, though. Don't lie. You be hate watching too.
I actually don't spend my time hate watching. But anyway, it was good to see the amount of the outpouring of nostalgia online.
Nostalgia overdose.
We've had this conversation many times.
Yeah.
But if you're in the in any industry, actually, millennials are we're like you know when you know how to okay, I don't know how to say this without just know that monetizing nostalgia for millennials is where the bag is. That's all you should know. So if you have a way to monetize on nostalgia, just do it right now because millennials will pay whatever you ask them.
They'll pay for it. They love themselves some good olden days. Oh, we used to feel like this. Isn't Goma zilikuwa zinacheza when I was on my way to high school. Yeah. They love that stuff. We love that stuff, honestly. I still remember.
We're saying they as though we're not
exactly. Unfortunately, I still remember. It's a nameless song. But then I remember every single day on the bus going to school, primary school, every single day, and whenever that song comes, that feeling of me being in the bus, I used to sit at the back of the bus and everyone's making noise in the front.
Yeah.
I still remember that feeling is there. And of course, if someone is very sentimental, and you put that opportunity in front of them to feel that kind of stuff, and the artist that's doing it is right in front of them. Hey,
but that's what music is.
Paying the big bucks for that.
Music is a time capsule. But let's talk about new music. We weren't able to review new music last week. I need to just shout out Longo Longo. It finally came out. Uya Nubia, Zinia Manasseh.
What do you think? Do you think it lived up to the snippet? Here we go.
Why would you ask me such a hard
Of
question?
course.
Why is he asking me a hard question?
Here we go.
I think I was very hyped for the song.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, if some can tell you, like behind the scenes, I knew this song was, and it's still a really, really good song. I think my problem is I overhyped it too much in my head. And I hate when that happens. And it's actually unfair on...
Didn't I tell you though?
On artists.
But I said it.
No, but I'm not saying it's a bad song.
Yeah.
It's just that the hook is so good. It was so... it's just really hard for the verses to like...
To live up to that.
Live up to what the hook is.
I get that.
Right?
I get
not
that.
to say that the verses were not good. It's just that I overhyped it. So this is a me problem. Because as a song, like if that song just dropped, no snippet, nothing, it's an amazing song.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. And
so.
that's the now that social media is
the
more
problem
involved.
The internet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now that social media is more involved in music, it's just like the people will say that people only post I don't know why.
They only post the positives.
The positives about their lives and the good. Now, I'm not saying that the rest of it is exactly,
in the pool.
Yeah.
You don't know. Before that, I was crying.
Of course,
you know what I mean.
Still, that's why you're in the pool too, so you can cry,
and the tears.
So you can cry, and the tears it'll look like it's part of the environment. No, but that's the thing. So people are posting, and I've seen this a lot with many different social, especially with TikTok. Like people on TikTok, they'll post a specific snippet. And it goes so hard. And then you go into the comments and like, the song is not that good. The song is not as good. And I've listened to a few songs where it's like that, where the I don't know why they came up with that kind of hook. Or could it be that it's just been over amplified?
Yeah.
Because of social media.
Agreed.
So, but it was still a good song though.
Amazing song.
It's still a very good song. Well produced.
Okay, so along the same lines, let's keep it in the family. Zinia Manasseh's brother also dropped this week.
Mali.
Mali has been on my ass about Arsenal, and I'm using this. I have a platform now, Mali. I will come.
I have a platform now. That's funny.
Don't worry. Anyway, he's a Man U fan. Very annoying. But aside from being annoying, he's a very good musician. And he released the song Bad Decision. I got a bad decision. Does it go like that? Oh.
No. Yes, something like that.
In my head, it went like that. But anyway,
head.
It's produced by Modest Chabari, mixed by Hendrik Sam. And yeah, I really love like the promo he did for it and everything. That hook is a killer hook.
It's a good hook. It's a very good
really good hook. So shout out to Mali. I also listened to this came out last week, but Lil Minor dropped the video to Nataka featuring Okello Max. How are you feeling about that one? He's really leaning into the old Genge Kapuka sound.
That's becoming his thing, I guess.
It's his thing.
Yeah, and again, it's back to nostalgia. I think it's good for
nostalgia farming.
Yeah.
nostalgia farming
is what he's doing. But I mean, strategy-wise, I don't know whether he's thinking about it that way, but it could be cool because Lil Minor is a younger artist, right? And probably his default demographic would be a younger audience. And so if you incorporate the older sounds into your music. You get to sort of drag the older I was going to say congregation. It's not church. The older fan base, an older fan base into it and incorporate
I
that.
just had a thought though. But his primary audience is very young. They're teenagers more or less up till like 22, right? Or 23. Okay, 25 realistically. But like that's where it kind of like tapers off. But you're selling nostalgia to people who might not necessarily have been there to experience the nostalgia that they're supposedly feeling nostalgic about.
So
it's a very interesting period in
by
time.
osmosis is what it is.
Yeah, it's a very interesting period of time that we exist in, because that happens a lot.
Yeah,
where it's a bunch of young people consuming nostalgic content for stuff that
without it meaning, it doesn't mean anything to them as much.
But they all they know is that it feels nostalgic, but they don't really know why, because they were so. I don't even have the words to explain it. Like it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but it still works though, which is very strange.
Definitely
like how do you draw people? How do you emotionally tie people to music that they were not there for?
I think it comes from like, because young people hear from us all the time about how, oh my God, the years between 2002 and 2006 was so great for Kenyan music and stuff like that. So they feel FOMO about it. And so when an artist is making music that sounds like what we always go on and on about that era sounding like, they feel like, oh my God, this is my chance to feel part of something that I couldn't have been part of. Because a lot of that audience was born at that time. There was zero. Negative one. So for them it's like it's a moment to really like feel something. I don't know. Interesting.
Possibly.
I would say the last song I listened to was I listened to shout out to Mr. Frank White. He released Franco. Shout out to him. You know what it reminds me of is mixtape culture. Because there's a lot of sampling. He even sampled the Sampha,
popular Sampha
Let
joint.
It All Work Out song. That was with Calligraph Jones, or that specific song was with Calligraph Jones. The features were also really good. Nigga Sean. And then Capitani. Oh my God, when Capitani is on a track and you just when you just hear in a record Kweli in the intro, like it's one of that's actually I swear
that's fire. That's a different
so
take of Turn Me Up on the headphones.
No, it's so fire.
That's dope.
I swear, Capitani, if you're watching this, however you came up with that in a record Kweli thing in the intro of your songs is so tough. Because whenever I hear it, I'm like, bass. I'm like, yo, I'm ready.
I'm locked
I'm
in.
ready. So yeah, Capitani was on there as well. He did a song with VB, he did a song with Brandy Maina. The genres, he was really genre hopping on this one, man, because there was a bunch of like reggaeton influenced stuff, and then the first like Afro beats. The first beat in this song for the intro is tough. Like, one thing I will say about this project is the music direction is really, really strong, really solid.
I think he does that well.
He does.
He does that. He tends to pick things that work for him, and you almost see like
he
where
has a
he's
high
going.
Taste
yeah,
threshold.
he has a high taste threshold. He's one of the artists, I guess, that I don't say few, but he's one of the artists that you can see that thinks about these things actively in terms of music. So,
but yeah, the reason why I would say it made me feel a bit like mixtape is because like there's a lot of sampling, and back in the day, like people would just sample anything they wanted on mixtapes just because they wouldn't really monetize it in the traditional ways. So
that peef.
Yeah, that's how it felt
SoundCloud.
To me. But shout out to Frank White. So that's what I listened to.
Oh, cool. I paid attention is a weird way to say it, but then I listened to Nikita's EP, The Lick Back.
Paid attention would imply that you bought the attention. And if you buy attention, that means somebody sells attention. And if you sell attention, that means there's demand and supply for attention.
Can I just talk about the EP, please?
And where demand meets supply for attention,
can I keep going?
You come up with some.
Thank you. Thank you for that economical breakdown.
You're welcome.
Jeez. So yeah, she dropped the lick back. Interesting. I mean, of course, I'm still sitting with it, still listening to it, and seeing. But then I think for this project, what I like about it is it feels like she's being a little bit bolder. I feel like she's had like I feel like Nikita is trying to be a pop star. I don't know. I feel like she's trying to be a pop star, right? And she can do so many things. She can do the ballads, which on this project, the last song is, and she almost always has one of those where she's just singing with piano. I wish that song was longer, by the way. But then I feel like she's trying to do, so she has different things that she's rapping on there. She's doing the whole.
She was rapping a lot. Actually.
yeah. She's doing the whole sort of like Jamaican dance hall style.
A lot of Afrobeats influence as well.
A lot of that as well. So I feel like she's just trying to be like an all-round pop star, and which you've seen in the past, but then maybe it looks like to me like it's starting to sound a little bit more serious in terms of just the concepts and the music that she's doing. Of course, it's an ongoing thing, I guess, that I would like to see in terms of just the progress of that. But then, yeah, it just feels a lot more serious. The album art was also pretty more serious.
Really good. Did you watch the video?
No, I didn't see. I didn't know video for song.
It is the song after the intro. Do you have the track list pulled up? It's the song after the intro that she did.
This is good podcasting.
This is the 30% podcast where we go on our phones to check because my memory is not track list. So Niwache.
Okay.
Did you watch the video?
No, I didn't see the video.
The video was actually really dope, man. Yeah. And then for me, I would say my favorite song was Outside. Just, the guitars and everything. I don't know. It was just a vibe for me. Produced by Carpenter. Wait. I was going to say something in regards to this project that I forgot. Oh, no. And then shout out to the collab with Sophia for the intro.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing. I think that was cool. I think it's really cool for an artist like her to tap into the vernacular and put that on stage. And it's just like, it's a different type of sound. So shout out to her. I need to listen to that more. Billy Black recently, and by recently, it's probably today that I was on my way to the studio and I saw that he had released a project, Black All White. And so I've gotten through the first few songs. Man, Billy Black knows how to make someone sad.
Billy Black would imply the existence of a William White.
We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. But no, so the first song, it's like, there's talks on like suicide and just that sadness and stuff. And I was like, I don't want to listen to this right now. Like, I'm not in the mood for that. But I'm definitely going to go back and listen to it.
That's important music.
No, it is. I'm not saying I'm obviously going to go back because I do be listening to that kind of stuff sometimes. Sometimes life is just sad and you have to listen to it. But then, yeah, so he just dropped recently and that was interesting. Shout out to him. What else did I pay attention to? I think Saint Evo dropped a Afro House project as well. I had a few songs on there. That's cool.
Did you listen to the Keithan Dua?
Yeah. Keithan's Dua. So this is one of the, and I'm starting to say that a lot more now. I think Keithan's instrumentation in terms of his production is becoming a lot better. It's not sounding, before it used to sound like a guy in a studio, but now it sounds like a guy in a studio and in a bigger, better. It sounds richer. It sounds more.
You've just said it used to sound like a guy in the studio.
Yeah, but you're not on my
wavelength. And now it sounds like a guy in the studio.
It sounds like a guy in a studio. Like it sounds like the studio is. It sounds more clean. Sounds a lot so before better, he was more coordinated.
In the and now he's in the studio.
Yeah, from a bedroom studio to an actual studio. But no, it sounds good. He's doing, even his vocals and how he's presenting it also sounds proper. Yeah, it sounds better. So shout out to Keithan, keeps releasing music. So for the Keithanals. And Kathy Matete and Kale Stone released Unravel You. Kathy just makes really good reggae music, man. That song it's just well produced. I don't think it was produced by a Kenyan, but it just sounds fantastic, honestly. So shout out to her.
Absolutely spiffing.
Absolutely. Flyer released Nisisi Tuli Wachagua. This, when I was listening to this, I was like, this is Mandamano music
Oh, yeah,
for Java.
100%.
This is Mandamano music
For Java.
for a coffee club. Like, it's so chill. Like, it's just very soft drum, not very soft, but then just a chill drum loop. The guitars are nice, but then it's literally Mandamano music.
No,
and
I can see it being played in Java. I'm just thinking right now. I'm like, wait.
It's very interesting. And a couple of other drops came out. I don't think I could get to all of them, but then yeah.
Shout out to Flyer.
Shout Flyer.
So for me, the song that like stood out this week, and I think we should highlight it on our platform, is, you guessed it.
They didn't guess it.
Now you guys can see me
looking for the song.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's the problem with coming to video, because they're breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, this would happen a lot, but then now that we're on video, you guys are going to edit.
So the song I was talking about is "Call Me" by Fena, Gitu, and Ariel Wayz. So Ariel is from Rwanda, but Fena is one of our own. I listened to this, I was like, this is some smooth Afro beats, man, and the vocal production is really, really sick. It's really slick. It's really
produced by Wuod Omollo.
Yeah, produced by Wuod Omollo. And
okay, all right, go ahead, bro. Just do you.
Why am I Sam? Just let me be me.
Go ahead.
Thank you. No, but I just love how chill it is. I think I have a tendency towards like chill, like calming songs.
Yeah.
And it's just the vocal. For me, the vocals were just vocaling, man. So yeah. Did you listen to it?
I did. It sounds cool. Yeah, it sounds very, very chill, very relaxed. Admittedly, I have not heard the whole song. But then I'll definitely go back to it.
Oh yeah, and even before we actually played, shout out to I think Nikita Kering is gonna be our artwork pick of the week. Has to be.
Yeah.
Because that artwork was just
you're talking about the artwork. Yeah, it's good. The type that they used with the texture,
it just works.
It's fantastic.
Because I'm looking at it now and I'm just like, it just works. But fantastic. Anyway, so
warring against AI. That's what we do on this platform. We are warring against
even before
AI.
we learned that it had AI. Like
you don't really know. We are allegedly on our side.
If it's
not AI,
have AI, which I don't think it did.
Yeah.
It's some really sick artwork.
It's good.
But yeah, we are gonna be playing you guys the song "Call Me" by Fena and Ariel Wayz.
That's that.
So you guys just listened to the song "Call Me" by Fena and Ariel Wayz. Shout out to both of them. Amazing Afrobeat, R&B-ish,
slow,
nice vibey
chill
stuff. Play that for the people that you love. Sam, what's up? Yo, 184 episodes we've done, man.
You almost got it wrong. Yeah, 184. 184, the second video edition. Yeah.
Are we going to start counting the video editions like a separate counter?
This is 180. This is 184.
You know what? I'm going to start doing that.
184
Thank
in brackets.
You know, I wasn't
184.2.
I wasn't going to do that, but I'm going to start doing it now.
Yeah, no,
just to annoy you, because I know you don't like being sentimental. But now I'm going to do it to be annoying.
I set a trap for myself and I fell in it. That's what happened here.
Shout out to you guys as always for listening to this pod and watching this pod now. We'd really appreciate it if you guys, showed us some love and some support and watched this podcast on YouTube, if you can, of course. We are really trying to, build something. We're really trying to spread the
good word of the Kenyan music industry.
The good word of the Kenyan music industry, because like Sam said, we want to see Kenyan artists.
I knew you were going to do that. Paid more and played more.
Paid more and played more. If you're new to this podcast, and a bunch of you might be, I usually like to end the podcast with 3 C's, which is a mantra that I devised for myself.
Yeah.
As a creative, to kind of help me on my creative path or journey. Sam look very, very excited and engaged right now. So confidence is the first C. Right?
Yeah, C1.
C1 is confidence. You have to be confident in your art. Always be confident in what you're producing, what you're making, what you're creating, because that confidence is going to translate. What's C2, Sam?
Control.
Consistency. Always be consistent. Consistency beats talent every single time.
That's a fact.
If you are consistent, you will go places. If you're talented and lazy, you will not go places. Am I right, Sam? What's C3?
Commotion.
Aside from commotion, craft. always work on your craft. Dedicate 5 minutes. If you only have 5 minutes, that's fine.
That works.
Everybody has 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes lying somewhere.
Oftentimes, when you start with that 5 minutes, you like 3 hours later, you're like, oh damn, where
it builds into something. But those haba na haba hujaza
kibuyu.
I'm even sorry I did that. I'm sorry for you watching there that you had to experience what just happened. But yes, haba na haba hujaza kibaba every day. Just spend 5 minutes, work on your craft. And I actually don't know.
What does that saying mean?
I think it's like you know what? I've never really known.
Is it like actually jazaing a kibaba? What's a kibaba?
I've never really known.
We need to do some research.
We need to do some research. But yeah, episode 184, down the can. Sam, is there anything you want to tell your adoring listeners?
Absolutely not. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we shall see you in the next episode.
We'll see you guys in episode 185.